I am joined by the High Commissioner of Sri Lanka in India, Mr. Austin Fernando. Welcome to RSTV, sir. Sir, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is going to Colombo. What do you think will be main on agenda?
Sri Lanka and India had been having long-standing relationships with each other in several areas. We have been working together on economic affairs, cultural affairs, security affairs, and like that, and even in media affairs we have been working together as two countries. So these are the issues which will be on the table between any two heads of states who will heads of states or heads of governments who will sit together to discuss. So therefore, since I am in Delhi and I am unable to comment about or predict about the agenda to be very firm on it, I must say that between two countries, these are the issues that may have to be discussed. And in the background we have certain events that had preceded. For example, we have the terrorist attack that happened in Colombo and other areas in Sri Lanka, in several areas. So that is very recent, and therefore it will call for attention between the two countries, because you are also affected by terrorist attacks. So there are certain commonalities on this, and for that matter, that particular event had been told to us by the Indian intelligence people, according to all the reportings we received. So therefore, there could be certain areas where they can be working together if they really want to. So that may be one area. And then we had the memorandum of understanding that had been signed some time back, and there were certain items in the agenda for development purposes under Indian assistance. So those are things which I presume any head of state or head of government would like to be followed up when we meet another head of state. So like that we can consider so many things as projections, and I can't tell you exactly what would be, and all what I said may not be there sometimes. That's a matter of concern for those people.
Over a period of time, India and Sri Lanka have grown culturally and economically together. What is your take on it?
Yeah, I think we have had historically we have seen this happening. I think your economic development is really very fast, and you see it in the field when you go there. Not only in statistics which we see in the newspapers, about 7.6, I presume 7.6 or 7.5% GDP growth. It was not so earlier. And then when you go around in this country, I have been coming here from 1982 downwards, so therefore I have seen a fair amount. I have come here about 6-7 times before, so I have been to various places, and I see the development that had taken place. Number one, infrastructurally you have developed to a very great extent, especially in the urban areas. Then even in the village areas, if you go to the Honorable Prime Minister's electorate, Varanasi, we see that happening. Even recently I was there, and it's happening, we can see. Then you have, technologically you have gone to space, which was not there. Years back it was not there. You have gone to space, development in this spacecraft, it is there. Then about education and scientific improvements, when you consider the universities and the high schools, the education systems. So therefore, it is not only economically, it is the fallout of economics in other areas also had to be considered when you consider India. Sri Lanka also had been having that sort of a development, even with the 30-year or 26-year-old old terror situation. We also have come up like that. We also have developed infrastructure, education, and then universities, then ports, airports, and things like that. We have also developed those things, infrastructure, as well as other economic things, and the birth rates, maternal death rates, then other things like literacy. All those things have been improving throughout. So there the fallout also is so good. And then the health, education are two areas where we have done extremely well. So those are the outcomes of development. And then these, when you consider, I always feel that there could be give and take and negotiations on cooperation that could bring even better results for both countries.
Sir, what do you expect out of this bilateral ties, sir?
I should say this bilateral, this visit is showing of solidarity, number one. The visit is showing the interest, the focus of the government of India and the Prime Minister for that matter towards to look at the neighborhood, because he is not visiting USA or the London or someplace like that. He is visiting the countries close by. That is starting with Maldives and Sri Lanka. So therefore, this is solidarity, this is neighborhood interests, and then I am sure these neighborhood interests are not going to be only talking to people and saying namaskaram. It's not going to be only that. It will be more of helping each other. That is cooperation once again. And then India has been in the front line of creation of BIMSTEC, which is going to looking at the same type of thing. So this could be the way how the Prime Minister in his second term is trying to express his solidarity, express his interest, express his love and consideration of the countries which are there. So I hope the outcome will be mutually agreeing to that type of situation in the future.
He was Austin Fernando, the High Commissioner of Sri Lanka in India, has said that the visit of Prime Minister in Sri Lanka will further strengthen the economical and cultural ties, which has already developed many folds in last few decades. With video journalist Nilesh Pandey, Krishna Mohan Sharma, Rajya Sabha Television, Delhi.